good sized deer.
It is a good sized deer.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Carl's Off the Grid, and this is my annual archery hunt. Today we're going to be viewing 2 bucks that were taken here in the state of Wisconsin. I'll be hunting in the big woods, and then I'm going to be joined later on with my best bud Natalie as she harvests her first buck in the southern part of the state. It's a great video. You're going to want to stay tuned and see what happens. It's been tough trying to put this together. My equipment failed. I didn't have the best of camera work. The normal camera that I strap on my head to video my kill shots ended up breaking right before I shot my buck. And so when you watch the video of it, you'll see, if you look real closely, the buck is at the very top of the screen, and we just kind of missed the kill shot. But nevertheless, we get back to it when we start doing the blood trailing, and we end up finding him as well, and he ends up being a fantastic buck. I'd like to thank the people of Vevor. This year they saw the need that we had to have a deer cart for hauling a deer out of the woods. I'll share that with you later on in the video as well. And without any further ado, let's get right into it. This season has been so disappointing in more ways than one. I don't have any buck pictures on camera, and I just dropped my GoPro. I'll try to film the rest of the hunt with my iPhone, which is what I'm filming with now, and I'm gonna try to rig up putting my GoPro on my hat, and hopefully it works and we can catch this hunt. We'll see what today brings. So this is my first morning sit. I didn't even get to turn the camera on really in time, but I just sat down and it happened that quick. I'm gonna give this guy some time, and hopefully that was a good shot. Okay, I just tried reviewing the footage, and it sucks. Walking in this morning, I came in when it was completely dark. My head strap broke, so I put a different mount on my camera that goes on my hat, and there's no way of making sure that the camera is shooting correctly or at the right angle. So sorry for the bad film, but at least I can take you along, and we'll try tracking this thing. We'll give them half hour, 45 minutes, and we'll see if we have a blood trail, and we'll try tracking them. Okay, I do have a pretty good blood trail. It's been 45 minutes, and I think I'm going to slowly walk in, and we'll see if we can find them. I didn't hear him expire, but I did hear a rustling of leaves, and I thought that rustling either was him giving his final kicks, or he may have got up and ran. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Looks like we have really heavy blood though. Spraying hard. I have never seen a blood trail that is sprayed this hard before. He's going to be a dead deer. Just hopefully we can find him. There's my arrow. I'll leave that there for now. He didn't go very far. That's maybe 30 yards from my tree stand. So let's get a look at him. All right, guys, not the biggest buck that I've shot, but we hit him with a double lung shot. He didn't run more than 35 yards, and he died here in the morning sun. This is the first sun that we've had all week, and it was nice to be able to get out this morning and do a little bit of hunting. It's a fairly decent sized buck. He's probably a 3-year-old, and the first and only deer that I've seen. Hey guys, just wanted to take a couple seconds away from the video to show you this deer cart. It's probably the easiest cart in the world to assemble. You put it together with these little snap rings. It easily collapses so that you can put it in the back of your car or your truck. And when you want to go ahead and use it in the field, it's as simple as just putting the snap rings together. Everything has a snap ring on it, including the tires. They only have one bolt, and that's at this point here, and that's just so that the handle can be a pivot point. And I put this handle on backwards. They technically ask you to put it the other way, but I'll explain more about that in the video. If you want to save on your back and have an easy way dragging your deer out of the woods, I would highly recommend you support Vevor and purchase this deer cart. Hey guys, just your Carl's Off the Grid pro tip of the week. If you do invest in this Vevor cart, one thing that I found works easier is this handle down here by the deer's head where I have the head poking through. They're actually supposed to be flipped the other way around, and I found if I turn them upside down and install them on the cart like this, that it's much easier to be able to pull the deer, and it kind of leverages out the body of the deer. If you have the handle the other way around, it seems like the deer wants to slide off the cart. All right, guys, I just got a call from Natalie, and she said she's got one down. Natalie is a newer hunter. I think she started hunting maybe a year or two ago, but I'm excited to see what her success is. I'm going to take you over to her stand, and we'll let her explain what all happened. But I just feel thrilled to be able to be part of this. I wish I had it on camera, but regardless, this is pretty cool. How'd it go?
Hey, Carl.
Hey, Gon, let me come in there. Or, no, come on out here and let's talk about your deer.
Yeah, okay.
It's great to see you participating in the outdoors. Now, talk us through the shot. What happened? Where did the deer come from? How did you know when it's the right time to shoot? I mean, did you feel comfortable shooting? Were you a little hesitant? Or walk us through that moment.
This morning, I didn't even hear him. He's so quiet. But through the back window of the blind, I saw him coming through the woods, and I knew he was coming. So I had a chance to get set up and to be ready, which was great because in the past, sometimes they're just there. And as a first-time hunter, I felt too excited. But this time, I felt calm. I knew he was coming. I had time to set up. I had time to take that breath in, hold it, and shoot the arrow.
Did your dad believe you?
Oh yeah, no, never.
Was he sleeping?
He slept this morning for at least 5 minutes, snoring.
That was yesterday.
It all blends together.
All right. I'm guilty of that as well.
We were in a blind, not a tree stand. But this morning he didn't believe me, so I saw the deer and I gave him the nudge. Oh, hey, there's a deer coming, and he didn't say anything or look excited. So I aimed up and took the safety off. And that's when he got interested. And
I looked a second time, didn't see the deer, so I sat back again.
Excellent. It was there. And anyways, yeah. And so you can see the tree line behind us. He took there's a tree line behind us, and so he came to the edge and he took a step out, and that's where we dropped him.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll walk up to her deer and see where it is. And one thing that kind of shocked me, this is her first time shooting, but I know she's been avidly practicing. And if there's one thing we can tell you about hunting is practice, practice, practice. A lot of people wouldn't feel comfortable with the shot she took, but with all the practice that she took, she reached out, she took it, and the deer, we measured it off, is about 56 yards. And she felt comfortable taking it because she practiced. And so a regular first time hunter, normally I'd say that might be a little bit far of a shot, but it's all about knowing your limits, and she knew where her limits were, and you put the hit on it. And
yeah.
How far did the deer run?
Like hardly at all. It was pretty quick, and I think that's actually one of the parts that I would like to say I felt the best about being a first timer. I've never ended a life before, and I was very nervous about that, which is why I practiced so much. I wanted it to be clean, and it was so quick. I felt good about it. I know it couldn't have had an easier death ever. So
Perfect.
It felt good.
It's the most humane thing that you can do. And especially archery hunting, everything's peaceful. You don't have the percussion that goes off. It's just a slow thing. And I can see the deer from here, and it looks like you pretty much dropped it in its tracks.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's go up and take a look at this buck. My goodness, I had no idea. I knew it'd be a good buck, but I didn't expect it to be this good. That is a monster. He's outside the ears even, hey? What do you think of the blonde rack?
Isn't he cute? I'm a blonde, he's a blonde.
Yep, two blondes. Very nice buck. Oh, he's big.
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh, what a monster. He's a brute.
Yeah.
How many points?
8.
8-pointer. Look at the size of the body. What do you think, Dad?
I'm happy.
Yeah, there's going to be some huge back straps off that guy.
I don't know if she's going to want this. I might have to.
Oh no, I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
All right, you're going to bring that back home with you?
Yes, I am, all the way back. We traveled quite a bit to get here.
Excellent.
So we're excited.
Well, you'll have to empty out your suitcases and make sure you can get everything in there.
Sky priority, packing it frozen.
Excellent. All right, thanks for sharing your hunt with us.
Thanks, Carl.
All right, we appreciate you.
All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video today. I could have done a little bit better on the camera work, but when you're out in the middle of nowhere, you got to make do with what you have. I'd like to thank the people of Vevor for sponsoring the deer cart. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the video description with that cart in case if you're interested in it. And I think I'm going to quick get the heck out of the woods before this front blows in, because it looks like there's rain coming. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll catch you next time on Carl's Off the Grid.